In the late 1990s, you could speed up the growth of your pet by using a pencil. How exactly? I'll say that one more time. In the late 1990s, you could speed up the growth of your pet by using a pencil. How exactly?
So I'm assuming the pet itself is going to be the relevant part of this. I don't think you were just like drawing on your cat and being like, it's a big cat.
The more lead or graphite that gets added to the cat, technically it's getting bigger.
That is true. Did we do it? Is that it, Tom?
I'm glad you clarified graphite there, because we were going to get emails.
Just fair.
I cannot even... I mean, what I've realised immediately, and this was my concern before I came on here, is I might be able to do lateral. It's the thinking bit I find really difficult. That is, I mean, I'm gonna go for the idea that it's not a pet as we might think. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but it's not an actual animal. It's like a pet rock or a pet, something. It's some.
I agree.
I was on the same train of thought, right? I was thinking pet rock, but I think pet rock, if it was a question about the
late 80s,
70s, 80s,
is that?
90s,
yeah, I don't know when pet rocks were. That's the thing. I do remember
the pet rock of the 90s was sea monkeys.
Oh, you think I was going a different direction again, but I would love to hear how pencils can help sea monkeys.
Sea monkeys, as we all know, are an animal that no one understands. They're technically an animal. It's freeze-dried in a packet. Someone's like, oh, it's a type of crustacean. Like, no, it's a sea monkey and it's magic. I wouldn't say that they don't eat graphite, because who knows?
These are the tiny little, I think they're brine shrimp that just come in a like desiccated package that you put them in an aquarium, they grow, right?
Yeah,
they are, I think, slightly before my time, but only just.
I do remember them from my late teens, and so that is going back a very, very large number of decades. We don't need to go into detail.
I feel like late 90s is peak our childhood miscellaneous obsessions time.
I feel like they were coming back, because I think they are both before and after your time, Tom. I think when we were young,
true.
there was a resurgence. There was like cartoons on TV of like, look at these little guys. They eat pencils.
Oh, you're not wrong. Or maybe Australia is just that far behind.
Yeah, it took us that long.
You are right that it is not a pet in the traditional sense. And Bill, I thought you were going straight towards it. I was like, on the target. And then the last words were sea monkeys. I was like, oh, you veered off.
I think I've got an idea. And Bill, I'm surprised that you haven't thought of this, because I think there's a chance we've got some in our room right now. Does that help?
No.
Apparently not.
There's a stash of strange martial arts weapons, clothing,
old video game collections, very old childhood game things that certainly don't work. Their batteries have long since died.
Oh, like a Tamagotchi?
Yeah, what about a Tamagotchi? Yes.
Like a Tamagotchi. Robert, I saw you go, oh, it's that. And then Bill got to the name slightly earlier. This is not...
Which means I win.
Yeah.
That's a point to me.
This is not strictly a Tamagotchi, but there is no way...
Is it the Digimon?
Oh, I was about to say, there's no way you're going to get this. Yes.
Can I get mine out and show them off? I can do that.
Yeah, that'll absolutely work in audio format.
Just describe it.
Actually, that is one of the things I've got here. Could you describe what the Digimon is?
So a Digimon, it is a very small handheld thing, just a small rectangle. The Tamagotchis were more egg-shaped, but they are just a very tiny digital screen, 3 buttons. And on this digital screen, when you first turn the device on, it starts out as an egg, and then some real-world time passes, and it hatches into a little baby creature. And much like a Tamagotchi, you have to care for it. And then, in Digimon form, it grows up, it evolves, it digivolves, and you keep feeding it, you strengthen it up, you play with it, and then you can attach it to other people's Digimon temporarily to battle with each other.
I wonder... Robert, I have an electricity question I would like to ask you, as senior electricity man on this show.
Oh Lord!
Can a pencil complete a circuit well? Does graphite complete
I mean, it is a conductive material, or it can certainly be. So maybe, because I'm assuming did you poke a switch with a pencil or something? Is that? I don't know. I don't know what the device is like.
They basically had 2 little metal prongs on the side, which you would connect up to the other. And I think that completed some kind of circuit between. Can you just put a pencil on those prongs and it's like, I'm battling. I'm battling somebody. They seem to be a pencil. Does it trick it?
I never did that.
That's really close. It's not quite on the prongs. You might need a screwdriver as well for this.
Prong to a
Right there. I want to get
to
it
a
and
battery.
look.
The pencil goes from the Digimon to a potato and then back out again.
Like so many electronic devices, I'm pretty sure it did have one of those, like a pinhole thing that you could press, but I assumed that was just a reset button and things like that. I don't know of any other functions.
Yeah, you wouldn't need graphite to do that. You wouldn't need something conductive. What might the screwdriver help you do?
Oh, so the conductivity does matter.
Yeah.
Was it something to do with the battery itself?
Do you break the tip of the pencil off and stick it inside and it
That's something clever.
does some magic?
Oh, yeah. A lot of electronics are magic.
Yeah, it is. It is basically magic, I think. All electronics are.
So you've got a screwdriver. You can take this thing apart, and you've got a pencil.
Right.
What is the one thing we haven't talked about that you could do with that pencil? A disassembled Digimon.
Right on it.
Yeah.
What?
Dear Digimon, please grow larger. Thank you very much.
One very specific bit of writing. What's inside that case?
Well, there's going to be a little battery, I would assume, and then some
What else?
microelectronics of some sort.
Yeah, a little
Yep.
tiny circuit board.
Have a think about that circuit board.
You can just rewire it? Is it
Yeah.
like you just leave graphite as a conductor and you're basically just
Wow.
rewiring the circuit board of the Digimon?
Yep, there were two little squares on the circuit board, and if there was an electrical contact between those, you would then press the C button a lot, and time would just speed up for the Digimon. It would just skip it forward, past days in minutes, and it would grow up, and you could effectively, cheat, skip time forward. There is a theory that this was put in by the manufacturer as a debug mode.
Right.
So if you wanted to test later things, you didn't have to play it through. But at some point, someone disassembled it and realized, if you just connect that, then suddenly time flies by.
I was a Digimon, possibly the biggest Digimon queen of my primary school. That bit of knowledge would turn you into Digimon God. I'm very upset I didn't know this.
This is just as the World Wide Web was coming in. So if you weren't quite online, it wasn't going to happen.